Now that I've finished Three Kingdoms, it's time to embark on my next reading project. And this is a short little book, but it's been sitting on my shelves since October 2022, so about a year and a half now. This is Men Like Gods by H.G. Wells. So, a year and a half ago, I read The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells for like a Halloween reading. It's kind of a horror book. I mean, not really, but kind of. But, anyways, read this a year and a half ago for Halloween and was reminded while reading this how much I liked H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells is one of those authors that every time I read him, I'm reminded that I should read more of him, or at least in my adult life. I did read some of him when I was young, like in middle school, around 14 years old, and found him a little bit of a struggle at that time, but I think that was just because I wasn't old enough to appreciate his style. The books I've picked up of his as an adult, which has been The Island of Dr. Monroe, Time Machine, War of the Worlds, and then here The Invisible Man. I've all found them delightful reads. I like his stories, I like his imagination, and as an adult, at least, I quite enjoy his prose. I find it flows well. I like the subtle humor that he infuses throughout his writing, at least in books like The Invisible Man. So, while reading this book, I was thinking to myself, I should pick up more H.G. Wells books. Whenever I see an H.G. Wells book in the bookstore, I should pick it up. Now, I'm living in Vietnam, so the selection of English books is limited. But around that time, in October of 2022, I saw this book in the bookshelves. Saw this book in the bookstores here in Vietnam and grabbed it and have been meaning to get around to it ever since, but, just had other things on my plate. But now seems like the perfect time to get to this. So this book was first published in 1922, some sort of utopian novel. I really don't know anything about this one. I don't think it's one of its more well-known books, although the fact that it's still being sold in bookstores now, I guess, must mean it has some recognition value, but I don't know anything about it. Don't really have too much to say about this now, but stay tuned, and once I finish this book off, I'll come back and let you know how it was.